Are there donors at West Virginia pushing for Hugh Freeze to be the new head coach for the Mountaineers? Pull up a chair, sit back, relax, and let's talk about it. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Coos, and welcome into another edition of Coos' Corner. Pull up that chair, sit back, relax, and let me serve you up this shot of top shelf college football knowledge. On tap in today's show, we're talking about a rumor that's out there that Hugh Freeze is the top choice to be the next head coach for the West Virginia football program by some big-time donors in Morgantown. That rumor has been put out there by the Voice of Morgantown. Saw it on Twitter yesterday. And also, it was on a podcast done by Greg Flugar on his The Peak Around the Corner, or College Football's Peak Around the Corner on YouTube. He said he's hearing from his sources that there's rumblings in Morgantown that the donors are wanting Hugh Freeze. So I got online and did some research and got on the 24/7 Sports VIP board, message board, to see if there's really anything to this. And I found an interesting comment that I think may debunk this rumor. I think this got blown way out of proportion, okay? Someone named Noodle Atomic posted on the VIP message board on earsports.com, which is the 24/7 Sports affiliate for West Virginia. Noodle Atomic wrote this: I think the Freeze thing came from me and somebody else picked it up without input from me and added the part about boosters agitating for Freeze. I have nothing to do with it. All I said was Freeze's agent contacted WVU after the KU game and said Freeze would be interested if there was an opening. That came from Liberty, my alma mater. I did not say anything about WVU having interest. I did not say big money guys wanted Freeze. Coaches want their names mentioned in job searches for bargaining purposes. I posted that part about Freeze here, talking about on the message board. I do think WVU has hired a search firm to test the waters just in case. So, a couple interesting things there. Number one, it was Hugh Freeze's agent, apparently, who reached out to West Virginia, not the other way around, okay, to let them know, hey, if you want Neal Brown out, Hughes wants the job. Hughes interested in the job. Now, that he could actually be truthful there, and Hugh Freeze may actually be interested in the West Virginia job, or his agent may just be doing what this person said and trying to use it as a bargaining chip with Liberty to get more money or a contract extension. The other takeaway is the last part, which is about the West Virginia hiring a search firm. They have apparently hired a search firm, according to this source, to test the waters and see what, I guess, coaches are out there, what coaches are interested in the job, those kind of things, and maybe Hugh Freeze is on that list. And what's interesting, when you go down to the very next comment, Chris Anderson, who runs this VIP board, by the way, and who's part of 24/7 Sports, very well connected to the program, he says this: yep, that's why I said it wasn't what posted here on that board. I've been keeping abreast of what was posted on here. I believe it's the reports that took what you said, then lied about talking to multiple sources. So apparently, multiple sources are not saying anything. It was simply the fact Hugh Freeze's agent reached out to West Virginia, probably Shane Lyons, and said, hey, you's interested in this job. I think that's it right for now. Anything above that appears to just be a rumor at this point. Now, I'm not saying that Greg Flugar is lying. I'm not saying that Voice of Morgantown is lying. All I'm saying is what they could be hearing from their sources may not be accurate. Okay? I'm not accusing anybody of being liars here. That's the words of Chris Anderson. So there could be people telling Greg Flugar in the Voice of Morgantown that. But I don't think those and those guys could have seen it on this message board, and maybe they assumed it was accurate. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not accusing anybody of lying. All I'm saying is it appears to just be a rumor at this point. So I wanted to get on here and let you guys know that when you see that on Twitter, when you see that on these podcasts, it's just a rumor. Now, does that mean there's no truth to it at all? No. West Virginia there could be big money donors at West Virginia wanting Hugh Freeze. And by the way, according to Chris Anderson in a previous comment on here, there's really only 3 big money boosters or big money donors at West Virginia anyway. So it's not like there's this big room full of donors. That might be another misconception. It's not like we have this big room full of donors getting together talking about this. There's really only 3 guys or 3 donors, I should say, three money men, whatever you want to call it, that would arguably have any say in any of this anyway. So doesn't say Hugh Freeze is their guy. All it says is Hugh Freeze apparently reached out to West Virginia. Now, that kind of aligns and makes sense based on what I had heard. I had heard from a source that said that Shane Lyons was taking phone calls or was on the phone with people the night after the Kansas game. So if Hugh Freeze's agent reached out to Shane Lyons, then yes, he was on the phone with someone. But it doesn't mean Shane Lyons reached out to them necessarily. Okay. So I want to make sure we understand that and get that straight. So let me know what you think. Personally, I think Hugh Freeze would be a great candidate for the job if Neal Brown gets fired. Okay. If he gets fired. I like Hugh Freeze. I know he's got some baggage, some scandals that happened in some previous jobs at Ole Miss, or a previous job at Ole Miss. But look, I'm all about giving people second chances. So far at Liberty, he's done well. There's not been any scandals or anything there that I know of. So give the guy a second chance. He's a great football coach. He's been successful at every stop. Had Ole Miss winning games every year. Had them competing in the SEC. So there's no reason he couldn't do the same at West Virginia. So that being said, if Hugh Freeze ends up being a candidate for the job, I'd be all for it. I think he's a great candidate. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this rumor? And let me know what you think about Hugh Freeze. Do you think Hugh Freeze would be a good candidate for the position if Neal Brown gets fired? Okay. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Don't forget to check out my merch store links at the top of the description box. Look at these cool shoes that Fanatics is now offering in the blue and gold collars. Celebrate your West Virginia Mountaineer pride with these new shoes. Click the Fanatics link in my description box. It will take you to these shoes where you can make the purchase. And if you purchase using that link, it will help out my channel. So you can buy a cool pair of West Virginia shoes. I can make a small commission. It's a win-win for everybody. So also, you can join my channel. Last night, I had a live stream. There was a couple of my channel members, 3 to be exact, on there with me. We talked college football. If you want to take part in a future live stream like that, become a channel member. Hit the join button right below this video. There's also some other perks like early video access and things like that. Last but not least, if you want to support my channel absolutely free, there's 4 ways you can do it. You can like this video, share this video out with your friends, drop that comment below like I talked about, and last but not least, you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And don't forget to hit the red notification bell to go along with that subscription so you'll be notified of future videos. I really appreciate you tuning into this episode, and until the next one, Q Country Roads.